How to make a self-directed IRA investment. Hey everyone, it's Adam Bergman, tax attorney, founder of IRA Financial. So now more than ever, it's so easy to make a self-directed IRA investment. You just got to know and understand a couple rules. And here they are. The first rule is understand the prohibited transaction rules, right? Just what can you and cannot do. And it's actually super easy. With an IRA, there's only three things you can't do. You can't buy life insurance, can't buy collectibles like art, and you can't do any transaction that's outlined on Internal Revenue Code Section 4975, which basically says you can't do anything with your IRA that in any way, directly or indirectly, personally benefits you or a lineal descendant, parent, child, spouse, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, or any entities controlled by such persons. So here are some examples, right? You can't buy a house and live in it. You can't take your IRA and take your family to Hawaii. You can't take your IRA and potentially invest in your business or buy yourself a watch or rent an apartment for your kids. As long as your IRA investment is done to exclusively 100% benefit your IRA, you can do it. So there's a whole world of investment opportunities you can do and maximize your diversification with a self-directed IRA, right? So the most popular reasons to set up a self-directed IRA is diversification, right? Invest in things other than stocks and mutual funds and ETFs. And number two is control, being able to control more of your retirement future. And then the last, and probably the most important, is deferral. All your income and gains flow back to your IRA or potentially tax-free if you use a Roth IRA from your investments. So instead of just buying stocks, mutual funds, and getting tax-free or tax-deferred dividends or capital gains on the sale, you can do that with real estate. You can do that with cryptos. You can do that with private equity, hedge funds, which is super exciting because alternative assets, some would say, are slightly more risky than stocks or mutual funds. But guess what? With that risk comes enhanced rewards, potential for hitting home runs. Ask Peter Thiel, right? Investing in startups could be risky, but the ability to generate huge gains are also there, probably more so than just equities. So doing a self-directed IRA investment is so easy. Once you understand the prohibited transaction rules, the next things you need to understand is just do your diligence, right? Do your diligence. Make sure you understand what you want to do and understand the deal frame. So you want to understand what's involved, costs, value, price, how much you have. So if you're looking to do a real estate deal for 200 grand and you only have 50 grand in your IRA, maybe an issue. You now may need to get a loan, make sure the loan's non-recourse, have to deal with potentially unrelated business taxable income or UBTI, which is a tax on the debt finance portion of the income. So this is the kind of stuff you need to do. But you need to know what you're doing, right? If you live in Ohio and the property's in Texas, hey, do your research. Is it a good neighborhood? Is this a good price, good value? So again, when you're self-directing your investments, you're on your own. You make the investments. You're in charge of your future. No investment advisor, no financial advisor. So you got to take the responsibility, do your diligence, do your homework. Once you figured out what you want to buy, now more than ever, it's really easy. You can go on the IRA Financial app or on our website, create an account, takes a couple minutes. Once the account is set up, which basically means you've entered your personal info, your name, your address, social, uploaded some statements you want to upload where your IRA or 401k is coming from. You also want to provide ID, copies of your ID, which you can upload to our app. It takes us a few days to open your account because we have to do background checks. Once you do that, the account's open. It's part of the account onboarding process. We will ask you for your IRA info so then we could then facilitate the transfer of those IRA funds so that your IRA will go tax-free from, let's say, Fidelity or Schwab to IRA Financial. And then once the money hits us, you'll be notified. And then once you're notified, you'll go on our app and complete an investment authorization form, which will allow us to send the money either to an LLC that you control or to any other investment you want to do, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's real estate, whether it's something else, we will facilitate. Okay, so the most important things are knowing your options, what you can and cannot do, do your diligence, do your homework. Once you've figured out what you want to do, the rest is so easy. Now with technology, with our cutting edge app, you go in our app, you complete some information, including where your IRA or 401k is. We move the money. We notify you when the money hits. You go in our app, you complete an investment authorization form indicating where you want us to send the money. You wire a check, money gets sent. The only thing we need to know after that, once a year, we need to know the value of your IRA. That's it. That's it. It's the only thing we need to know. Once a year, we're going to ask for the value. We handle all the IRS reporting. We do the 5498s. We do the 1099s. We even handle all your required minimum distributions. If you're over 72, if you have an inherited IRA, we'll handle. We take care of everything. Okay? So super easy to do a self-directed IRA investment. It's perfect for anyone that wants more control, wants to diversify, wants to do different investments, maybe in hard assets, good hedge against inflation. Maybe you just feel better doing real estate or trust cryptos or private business investments more than stocks or ETFs. It's not up to me. We don't give investment advice. It's your money. You get to decide. It's in the code. The IRS allows you to do alternative assets, and the self-directed retirement industry is here to help you do it. And IRA Financial is the leading provider of self-directed retirement accounts in the country, fastest growing, and our technology will make your job even easier so you can sit back, relax, and hopefully watch your investments grow.